So what do Browns fans expect?
You'll have to talk to the boss about that. I know that he'll do a great job at reigniting that offense.
I got an idea. Let's get the band back together. Woo! Welcome, to another season, another off season. By the way, there is no off season.
Ever.
Of the best podcast available, everybody. That is Jason Gibbs. Gibby. My name is Andrew Siciliano. We are in two different offices today. I'm in the home office. Gibby is back in the cross-country mortgage campus.
It looks like a gym behind me. I am not in a gym.
You're not in a gym?
If anybody knows me, I am definitely not in the gym.
You know why? Because you don't want to embarrass anybody.
That's right.
Yes.
It's a great job by you.
Why.
It's a great transition.
That is why. I need to tell you, by the way, it is a new off season. We have a new coach. We'll get to that shortly, I promise. Yeah. And we have a new sponsor. The best podcast available this year, the 2026 version, is presented by Bullseye Event Group for award-winning game day experiences. Visit bullseyeeventgroup.com.
This might be the first time we've ever had a sponsor. I couldn't be more excited. They throw that big tailgate next door at the Science Center before every home game. Mm-hmm. It's the one thing I want to do, because Rocco Whalen's cooking and it's food and it's beverage. That's the one that every home game I'm like, can I sneak away for half an hour? Can I just run over there, grab some food, and come back?
By the way, after week 18, week 17, I beg your pardon, I stopped by Rocco Whalen's Public Square. Fantastic restaurant.
Fahrenheit.
Exactly.
Nice.
So anyway, we digress. Fantastic meal as always. Guys, we have a new head coach. Let's get to that as I sip from my Tecmo Bowl Browns coffee mug.
That's fantastic.
Todd Monkin is the Browns' new head coach. And I'm excited. Don't push back at me. Don't say, Andrew, no, you're just saying that. No, I legitimately am. And I want to explain why. I know it was not the hire that maybe, as we follow minute by minute, and sometimes to the detriment of the process, minute by minute, the insiders and who's hearing what, I get it. But Todd Monken is a damn good football coach. And yeah, the numbers will back that up. I could bore you with the numbers, what they did the last 3 years in Baltimore with the Ravens. Okay, I could give you all the Georgia numbers if you want me to. He is a good football coach. The numbers back that up. But what reminds me and what proves to me and what hammers home to me, Gibby, that he is a good football coach, are the conversations that I have had both on the phone, like human interaction, and via text in these last 24 hours since he was named the head coach, with his former players on both sides of the ball, including one of his former quarterbacks, with former assistants with whom he has worked, and with assistant coaches around the league that have coached against him. And they all are unanimous in their praise of Todd Monken. You have firsthand experience with him. I do not. You were in the building in 2019. I was not. He was there as the Browns, obviously, offensive coordinator the 1 year in 2019, Baker's second year under Freddie Kitchens. We should also mention that his cousin, Jeff Monken, the very well-respected and successful head coach at West Point, is going to join us coming up shortly. You know him. I do not. What do we get?
Yeah, in 2019, I can tell you, he was very upfront. A matter of fact, his press conferences were always entertaining, but you also came away, even when he was in CBD at the Browns Daily Radio Show studios, when he would come in and do a segment, he was entertaining, but you always came away learning something. He wanted you to know why they ran what they ran and what went into the thought process of the game plan week in and week out. He was fantastic. He would sit there, he would chew it up with you, he would educate you. I could not be happier for him that he's getting this opportunity. I think it's a long time coming. I think that fans will like him because he is matter of fact. There's no sugarcoating anything. I think he's going to take that approach in the locker room. And I think I'm excited to see where this goes. And I think maybe this team needs that.
I think it does. And I want to be very careful here. That is not throwing Kevin under the bus at all. But listen, guys, we've seen this through the history of professional sports coaching changes. You very often go, and it's not as if Kevin couldn't use colorful language. He did a lot. The Kevin you saw and that you and I saw, that everyone saw behind the scenes, is not necessarily the Kevin that you always saw on the podium. It's not about Kevin, it's about Todd moving forward. Todd is that guy on the podium and that guy off the podium and that guy in the locker room. I'm going to read a quote here from Ronnie Stanley, the Ravens offensive lineman. This is from an article a couple of years ago. Monkin's lexicon during his weekly news conferences has become a source of amusement at the Ravens facility. While Roman, meaning Greg Roman, the former OC, was buttoned up and rarely showed his personality, Monkin is more the crazy uncle who drops by the family holiday party, cracking jokes, telling stories, and looking for a good time. Instead of bringing gifts, he carries his call sheet and tucks it into his baggy sweatpants. Quote Stanley, he just speaks from such an authentic place that whatever is on his mind, he just kind of voices it. Then goes on to say that the Ravens used to keep track of how many F-bombs he would drop in meetings. The count got well over 1,000. He is not afraid to do that. Was texting with a Ravens player yesterday who said that they bleeping love the guy. Was texting with Ryan Fitzpatrick this morning, who was his quarterback and put up huge numbers in Tampa when he was first an NFL offensive coordinator, and said, love playing for him, made me better, demanding, honest. And he's got an it factor to him.
Yeah.
So that's what you're getting here. Spoke to a head coach and an offensive coordinator for another team yesterday, said, love what he does with personnel, not married to one system, always respected him. Damn good coach. And look what he has done over the years. Obviously, Baltimore, you had a running quarterback, and you had Derrick Henry, obviously. If you go back to Oklahoma State when he was the quarterback, when he had Brandon Whedon as quarterback, Mike Gundy was there. They're running air raid, right? Les Miles, he's running power football. Georgia, using the backs, using the tight ends, a little bit of everything. Stetson Bennett could certainly use his legs as well, maybe more than he got credit for. And you used and you made work at every level what you had. He could make chicken salad, although I hate chicken salad way too much mayonnaise. You get my point.
I don't know why you hate, well, never mind. You and Zagura and your hatred of mayo is, you're missing out on the finer things in life.
Okay, but who says, hey, let's dice up chicken covered in mayonnaise and throw some scallions in, and that's a meal?
What about some apples? How about some apples? But you can mix the apples with it. It's an apple chicken salad. How about a cranberry? No one gets hurt.
It's mayonnaise. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. But that's what you see at every level that he's been at. He's been successful. His offenses have been successful. His players have been successful. You were reading some of the tweets from the offensive side of the football. I saw a lot of tweets from Ravens defensive players yesterday saying Cleveland got a real one. Like that's he's the real deal. And when you're getting praise from both sides of the football, he's ready to lead. I'm excited to see how he leads a football team. We know what he can do offensively. We know what he can do as a play caller. We know that he can adjust to any quarterback that he's ever had.
Yeah.
And their system. A number of different systems. I want to see it with the whole team. And I'm really kind of excited to see how that all comes together.
Yeah. Tyson Campbell played for him at Georgia. I was connecting some dots. I don't know who else. Granted, Campbell's on the other side of the ball, obviously. Monken was not the head coach. Kirby Smart's the head coach. And so I don't know how much interaction they had. But look, there are stories, obviously. Hey, you're falling asleep in meetings at Georgia. Why don't you come up and stand at the front of the room and watch the meeting from up here? Like, he's that kind of guy.
Accountability.
You want accountability? You're going to get it, and you're not going to get it in a, like, veins popping out of the neck way, not that he won't raise his voice. You're going to get it in a colorful, sarcastic way, okay? And details. Details. You are going to hear him yell at training camp. You come out to training camp next year at the Cross Country Mortgage Campus, you're going to hear him. Absolutely. And he comes from a family of coaches. We're going to talk about that with his cousin coming up shortly. Like, you go through the state of Illinois, every high school coach in the state of Illinois is named Monken. Every last one of them. Every single one of them. And it is a coaching family. Not like how do I say this? There's a lot in sports these days. A lot of coaches, assistant coaches who work their way up, especially in the NFL, not only, but like the NBA as well, who their dad was a coach and that became the family business, and all of a sudden you're a coach as well, and maybe you didn't play the game at a high level, doesn't mean you can't be a good coach at all. The entire Monken family, this isn't nepotism, the entire family winning coaches at the college level, at the pro level, at the high school level, the entire family. So I think that has some value. Obviously, the Browns have to figure out the quarterback situation. There are a lot of questions on the offensive line. We get it. But you could have gone young, hotshot offensive assistant, and there would have been a lot of unanswered questions. Like, all right, know you're a good young assistant, but you're young and an assistant. Can you command the room? Can you be that guy? You're rolling the dice. You got a proven commodity here as a coordinator, as a college coach. You can go back to Southern Miss as well. So he's been a coach, a head coach. He's been a leader. I'm optimistic, man. I really am. Even though I know we could speak truth here, it's not what you expected.
No, it was definitely surprising.
It was a surprise
when we got the information on Wednesday. I feel like this week is maybe taking a lot longer than I thought. It's Wednesday. Today we're recording on a Thursday, but it happened on a Wednesday. He was always a candidate.
Can I be honest with you?
He was never the most talked about candidate. No. Can we agree with that?
1,000%. And as we sit here as well, as we sit here right now, we could say this is Thursday. I was told it was Thursday upon waking up this morning, and I was a bit surprised, to be frank. There are questions on the defensive side of the ball. We understand that. By the time this might get posted, this section might get cut out. I have no idea because it might be dated. Like, obviously, Jim Schwartz was a candidate. Don't know what's going to happen. I do think it would be a hell of a combination, Monken and Schwartz. It would be like, the buddy cop movie where you throw two guys in the car and by the end of the movie, they love each other. They're getting along and they're cracking jokes. And at the end, everyone hugs it out and they solve the crime. I mean, that would be cool. We'll see.
Yeah. A lot to figure out, but you have step number one done. If you're the Cleveland Browns, you have your head coach. And let's get to work.
Let's get to work. And let's talk to a guy that has known him for, 57 years? All right, this is kind of cool. This is the guest I wanted for BPA today. Coach Monken, not Todd Monken, but Jeff Monken, West Point, the Army Black Knights who have won 6 of their last 7 bowl games, including the Fenway Bowl most recently. Coach Jeff Monken, how are you, sir? Welcome to the show.
Great. Happy to be on with you and excited to talk about my cousin Todd and how thrilled we all are for this opportunity for him.
Okay, so how thrilled
I'm an instant Browns fan right now.
Because there was a world, Coach, in which your brother is going to be right down the road as the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants, like an hour from where you sit, from where you coach and live in West Point. Had you wrapped your head around that world, he was going to be a neighbor. You could go to games.
Well, that's a little bit tough in the college football world to be going to games, just like it is for Todd. We grew up, we're probably 30, 40 minutes apart. His dad, Bob, my dad, Mike, were brothers, both high school coaches. And And you think living that close to each other, we'd have gotten more opportunities to watch each other play and see our dad's teams play. But it's hard in the football world, how busy it is and all the preparation and everything that we do. But I assure you that I will be watching the Browns games in earnest, and as will the rest of the Monken family.
Before we started recording, you told me how excited you were, how fired up you were. What did you think when you heard the news? Because you knew, I assume, obviously it was a possibility, but when that news finally came down.
Well, I knew he had some interviews, and we actually got a chance to see each other in December. And we played the Army-Navy game in Baltimore. And so he came over and we had a chance to just spend some time together, which is always enjoyable. And we're just talking about our coaching careers and our futures. And at that point, nothing was on the radar. But when the job started to open up in the NFL, he's worked so hard and so long for an opportunity like this, and has interviewed for some jobs, and as you know, but when he interviewed for the Browns job, he's really excited about it. Obviously, had been in that organization before, and felt like the first interview went well. And I knew he had a second interview, and just before the news broke, he sent me a quick text message and let me know he got the job, and I was jumping out of my chair. So just really thrilled for him, and excited for this opportunity for him.
What does it mean for not only a coach who has battled, fought, and really grinded for so many years? He was the head coach at Georgia Southern, obviously, or rather, you were a former head coach at Georgia Southern. He was at Southern Miss. My apologies. To finally get this brass ring, to finally get this opportunity. He's not 30. He's not 35. He's seen a lot. He's coached a lot, and to finally get this opportunity.
Well, I think there's certainly. A lot of credibility to a coach that has a lot of experience, and he's got a lot of experience. He's got head coaching experience. He's got a number of years coaching the NFL and coordinating, and been extremely successful. He's been around some great coaches. He's really organized. He's a technician. He's a teacher, and he's going to be great for that organization. And so. He's earned it. He's earned this opportunity, and if he didn't, he wouldn't be in the position he is right now. So, it's just a tremendous source of pride for our family. We're a coaching family. As I mentioned, his dad, my dad were both high school coaches, but 3 other brothers or 5 boys of that family that were all head high school coaches in the state of Illinois while we were growing up, and that was we were really proud to be able to say that about our dads and our uncles, but. There are 7 of us who are sons of those 5 brothers who either have coached or are still coaching. So it's a football family, and I mean, he's the pride of our family in the coaching profession,
which is pretty cool. And it's you kind of glossed over it there. You had some of the numbers, but I did a deeper dive last night. All right, so obviously Todd, Wheaton, you, Joliet Central. Your dad coached Joliet Central as well. There pretty much isn't a high school in Chicagoland that doesn't have a Monken somewhere, either on the stadium or coaching there or still coaching there or playing there. Bolingbrook, Vernon Hills, Naperville, Lake Park. You guys are kind of the first family of Illinois high school football. Is that fair to say?
Oh, it might be fair to say. My dad, what's ironic is I was at the American Football Coaches Association convention just a few weeks ago, and a guy walked up to me. I actually got the card sitting right here. He pulls a card out of his wallet. It's taped up. This is a card my dad had made in the 70s.
Jeez.
And it says Monken's the name, football's the game, and all 5 brothers are on here. And so really, I think probably the first family of football in Illinois. All 5 of those brothers are in the Illinois High School Coaches Hall of Fame, which is, that's a great source of pride for our family as well.
That's pretty cool. What kind of offense are we going to be looking at here? Because obviously Lamar Jackson's not coming with them. We do know that, but we also saw what he did at Georgia, obviously, and that went from the 50th ranked offense to all of a sudden racking up the points in the SEC and winning a couple of national championships there as well. I know he's multiple. He could make chicken salad pretty much, let's put it that way, out of anything he's given. So what should Browns fans expect?
You'll have to talk to the boss about that. I know that he'll do a great job at reigniting that offense. He's a tremendous football coach. He's really smart, really innovative. And what I've been so impressed with him over the years is just how he's adapted to the personnel. He's adapted to the situation and the program. And he was different at Southern Miss than he was at Georgia. Different personnel and different quarterback. But I think that's what he does so well. He finds a way to run the ball really effectively, which always impresses me. People can draw up a bunch of pass plays and pass routes and all those things, but finding a way to run the football effectively, particularly in the NFL, which I think is really challenging. I think he does a great job with that.
He had the fourth down call where Mark Andrews, when the Ravens were in Cleveland a couple of months ago, got him and got into the end zone where he lined up under center. Lamar went left and he went right. Did he get that from you? Is he gonna bring triple option football to Cleveland?
No, I think he's got it figured out pretty good. So
what I was not there with the organization in 2019. I've heard sarcastic, blunt, doesn't mind colorful language. Will tell it like it is. How would you describe your cousin in terms of personality and leadership in front of the room, or over a beer or a cup of coffee with you guys?
Yeah, all the above. And he just is exactly what you described. And he's always been that way. But I will tell you, he's always been extremely competitive, and he's always been a tremendous leader. I watched him play high school games. I didn't get to see him play every week, but I watched him play high school games, and I've watched him coach, and just does a great job with the people around him and getting the most out of the people around him. He did it as a player. He's done it as a coach. As I said, he's a teacher. He's a technician, very detailed and demanding. He wants the best out of people. And I think people that do that effectively, they find a way to be successful, and he always has. So what you've seen is what you're going to get. And what he was in 2019, he'll be in 2026. So I'm excited for the Browns and the players and the organization and the coaches and everybody. He'll be a great leader.
Two quick things here, Coach, before we let you go. He was, your cousin was a D3 All-American, Pizza Hut All-American at Knox College. Was he good enough to start for Army if you were coaching today?
Oh, he probably was. I never saw him play a college football game, but he really had a great career at Knox. And, that was, he was the first of all of us that played college football through our dads and uncles, all of us that were cousins, and we all played small college football. His brothers played at Winona State and Grand Valley State, and I played at Milliken in Illinois. My brother played at Illinois Wesleyan. We were small college guys, and he was the first to really be recognized and receive those accolades. And then my brother at Illinois Wesleyan, he was the second. He was an All-American, Division III All-American as well. So I don't know that my brother. I always tell him I don't know if he could ever play here, but Todd may be. So.
Finally, let's talk about your program here. Another successful season, another bowl win, 6 of 7, as I mentioned. When you guys do get to a bowl game, great program you've established there. What does your offseason look like? What does your program look like right now heading into 2026?
Well, we're like everybody else. We're trying to wrap up a recruiting class right now, and it's a little different at the academies. We are not in the portal like most colleges are. We're high school recruiting. And that's the way we build our rosters and build our programs. We always have, and we'll
always have.
There's
a beauty to that, isn't it? I mean, these days.
There is. I think there's probably a lot of people in the profession who trade places with me right now, not having to deal with the portal and the NIL and rev share, but it's just part of college football, and that's it's really not a whole lot different. I was saying to somebody yesterday, than when I was a coach at Georgia Southern, we were FCS, where you could divide scholarships. You had a budget for 63 scholarships, and you could pay 85 guys. So you got creative and figured out a way to build your roster and And so I think, everybody's finding their way through that, navigating their way through that. But we'll wrap up our recruiting class here, and we've already started off season workouts and got our players getting prepared for spring practice. And I'm excited. I'm always excited about our new season and just the hope that brings. And so we're back at it. And up here on the banks of the Hudson, the little winter weather we had this past weekend hadn't stopped us. So kind of like Cleveland, life rolls on.
Yeah, we got it too. Life goes on. Happy that there is now a Browns fan in West Point. The Browns fans everywhere, certainly around the world, but West Point makes it a little more special that we know that you, Coach Monken, Jeff Monken, that is the head coach of the Black Knights there at Army, is now a Browns fan. We appreciate you knowing how busy you are on the recruiting trail here, trying to wrap up that class and get ready for spring practice. We appreciate you taking the time, Coach. Hope to talk to you again soon.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for the opportunity. Good luck to the Browns. Beat Navy.
Pretty cool, by the way, that Jeff Monken is willing to take the time. Appreciate you, Coach.
What a backdrop, by the way.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
That's undefeated.
Yeah, absolutely undefeated. Also, I was doing some digging here. Evidently, Todd Monken, I should have asked Jeff, says that you cannot find any YouTube or internet video of him as a college quarterback at Knox College, a D3 school where he was allegedly a D3 All-American, led the league and led the, I believe, nation in passing attempts that year. We're going to get the G-Man, get Jordan on it as well, or get, I have a lot of time on airplanes these days. I'll look as well. I'm going to find that footage one way or the other. So,
awesome.
yeah. Go ahead.
Appreciate his time, like an insight.
100%.
Like that's family. That's also coach talking about coach and ball talking ball.
Yeah, before we started the interview, just getting all the shots and the internet and everything lined up here. Believe me, that was not a show. That was genuine excitement and enthusiasm for his cousin to get this job. It's not like they're, like cousins 9 times removed or something. They may not have been hanging out every single Christmas as little kids, but believe me, they're tight. And he's excited, and I think we should be excited as well. I understand the cynicism. You're going to like him on the podium. I guarantee you. Podium is one thing. Liam Cohen lost the podium last year when he got introduced in Jacksonville. It turned out okay there. Nick Sirianni lost the podium when he was introduced, how many every years ago in Philadelphia, like badly. Oof. It turned out okay there. So Todd Monken's going to win the podium. I think it will turn out okay, more than okay on the field as well. Gibby, let's roll through here on the calendar, because once you get the press conference out of the way, and that's coming next week, it is time to get to work. Right now, the Senior Bowl is going on in Mobile, Alabama. Next week, obviously, the festivities at the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. And then you start looking forward to the Combine, CBD on the road. This podcast, best podcast available on the road in Indianapolis the week of the 24th. We're going to be here every week, you and I, no matter where everything takes us, including free agency. March 11 is the start of the new league year, 4 p.m. Let that fun begin. It's not a tampering period. The negotiation period, it's not tampering because it's allowed.
I'm dying on the tampering hill just because I know it annoys you.
It's not tampering. Like, it's allowed.
It's
allowed.
I don't know.
It's allowed.
That's what they say.
It's allowed. Like the 72 hours before. It's allowed. 48 hours before. Okay. What else? League meeting in Phoenix, the end of March. And then the draft, buddy, in your favorite town in Pittsburgh on the 23rd.
Gross.
The 23rd of April, man.
Do I root for a snowstorm for that?
Huh?
Nah, I can't root against the league. I'm like, do I root for a snowstorm for that? I mean,
it is going to be outdoors.
Outside isn't going away before the draft.
No.
I can assure you of that.
It's, what's the name of the park right there on the confluence of the 3 rivers directly across the field or across the rivers from the stadium?
Point Park, he said.
That is where it's going to be. Point Park. Lovely place to run, by the way. If you get up, you want to work out when you're in Pittsburgh.
Sure.
They're for work only, obviously.
There you go.
That's where it's going to be. The Steelers picking 21st, a tradition truly unlike any other. And yeah, so BPA is going to be everywhere on the road at the Cross Country Mortgage Campus. BPA this year, presented by Bullseye Event Group, of course.
Love it.
We're going to have fun, man.
Busy time. You're going to have a press conference. You'll hear from Jimmy Haslam, Andrew Berry. You'll hear from Todd Monkin. And then you have Pro Bowl. You have NFL honors. Carson Schlesinger, come on. Give him the Defensive Rookie of the Year. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year probably. Like, come on.
I think one is absolutely certain. Myles is the Defensive Player of the Year. I would be absolutely unequivocally flabbergasted, like stunned, right? He is the Defensive Player of the Year. Period, full stop. Then Carson Schlesinger is an overwhelming favorite for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Remember, like for those on the, like, say, Nick Eamon-Wary bandwagon, Seattle fans, Seahawks made the Super Bowl. The Hayes in the bar, the votes are done. The voting for all of these awards, Coach of the Year, Player of the Year, MVP, all of it is at the end of the regular season. Nothing done in January. Well, Week 18 was in January, but nothing beyond Week 18 counts for any of these awards. I expect it to be like 2023. Obviously, 2023, a playoff season for the Browns. They got multiple awards on Thursday night at NFL Honors. I would be stunned if they don't get multiple awards this time as well.
Amen.
Yep.
Let's hope. Let's have a week.
Let's have a week, buddy. Good to see you. Good to have all of you back. We are legitimately excited for the best podcast. Take two, Andrew. We're legitimately excited. You can keep that in, Gabe. For the best podcast available, presented by Bullseye Event Group this year. For award-winning game day experiences, visit bullseyeeventgroup.com. Gibbe, love you, man. Excited for the journey.
Mr. Siciliano, you have yourself a week. It's going to be a week. You got a lot going.
We all do.
We do.
Likewise. Talk to you next time, everybody.